State Attorney General Ken Paxton now impeached and suspended by the Texas State House over allegations of bribery, unfitness for office, and abuse of public trust. And some El Paso legislators are taking part in his impeachment case. Good evening, I'm Carla Draxler, and thank you so much for joining us. KTSM 9 News reporter Shelby Kapp joins us live in studio tonight. And Shelby, what role do these El Paso legislators have in this impeachment?
Carla, Representative Joe Moody has been named as one of the 5 Democrats and 7 Republicans appointed to prosecute the impeachment case against Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton in the Senate. Now, and Senator Cesar Blanco is a part of the jury. Now, the trial is not expected to take place until the end of August.
The fact that I was prohibited from presenting evidence to defend myself reveals that this shameful process was curated from the start.
The allegations against impeached Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton include taking bribes from a real estate investor and political donor who helped to remodel his house, using his influence to help look into a federal investigation of that donor, and firing staff members who reported his misconduct. UTEP political expert Dr. Richard Pineda calling impeachment in Texas rare.
It's very rarely used, and the reason is because it is a fairly serious matter.
Dr. Pineda speaking with us about an El Paso representative, part of the prosecution.
Representative Joe Moody will be presenting the charges to the House. He, of course, came to the Texas legislature as a prosecutor, and so this is right in his field house. But El Paso will have kind of a unique position on watching the impeachment process unfold.
State Representative Joe Moody sending a statement after being appointed to prosecute the case, reading a part, quote, "It would be inappropriate to comment on the case itself before its resolution, but what I can say is that I intend to approach it ethically, diligently, and professionally, allowing the evidence, not partisanship, to dictate the process." Senator Cesar Blanco also sending a statement, reading a part, quote, "I will have to take an oath of impartiality and cannot make public comments regarding the trial." Paxton tweeting Sunday night, he's been overwhelmed by an outpouring of support after calling the vote a politically motivated sham. Former President Donald Trump defending Paxton.
He's done more for the American people than any president in our lifetime.
Now, Paxton was separately indicted 8 years ago on securities fraud charges, pleading not guilty in a case that has yet to go to trial. Carla?